What's going on, y'all, man? BigBossFabo back with another video, man. We're doing NYC Uncovered, and we're doing stores are leaving NYC after migrants raids, man. Be sure to like the video, comment down below. Let's get right into the reaction, man.
A suspected theft ring targets an Amazon Fresh store, getting away with hundreds of dollars in stolen merchandise in Maryland.
Problem that's plaguing our community and the entire state. You may have witnessed it firsthand while out shopping recently. We're talking about retail theft. It is at an all-time high right now.
The migrant crime rate has reached an all-time high, and the business owners of New York are affected by this. Shoplifting, retail theft, robbery, you name it. How much longer will New Yorkers be able to endure?
It happens every day. It happens every day.
Now look at this mess.
Damn.
Caused by a group of thieves targeting ATM machines by breaking windows to get inside businesses. They've tried it 3 times, hitting one business twice in River North.
A few months ago, a group of criminals made a huge mess by shattering windows to get access to the ATM in someone's store. They attempted it 3 times,
Oh, I seen
twice
this video.
striking the same store in River North. They were driving an SUV. The store is owned by Raya Patel. Sharing what happened, she said she received a security alert about the burglary and saw the would-be burglars in real time. She stated that she turned on the cameras from her home and observed a black Jeep attempting to crash their car into her store.
Turn on the cameras from home, and all we can see is a black Jeep trying to ram their car in to get inside the store.
Once the suspect
If you're passionate about nursing and want to pass it on, you belong at Chamberlain.
Crazy, man. Comment below y'all's thoughts, man. It's getting out of hand like it always been, but I mean, I think thefts and, like, you know what I'm saying, stores getting broken into been a common thing in New York, hadn't it?
noticed that they couldn't grab the ATM. They quickly fled, along with the
What?
other suspects who were waiting in other vehicles. Rhea expressed her
Stupid ass
sadness at the
boys.
city's current state, disclosing that the structural damage to her store would cost more than $20,000, and that it was not the first time it had been damaged. She revealed her store had been looted 2 weeks previously.
We've got looted twice during the lootings. We got robbed 2 weeks ago. Same thing, tried to break through the windows. We got that repaired, and then this morning, this is what happened.
They still attempted to break through the windows, though she had that repaired. Now she was going to spend more money to mend the most recent one because of the severity of the damage caused. When asked about what she plans on doing next, she said she is unsure whether she will continue to do business in the city of Chicago because this happens every time with no remedy in sight. The police have offered helpful tips to safeguard business properties. First, ensure doors are locked tight and windows are secure. Promptly fix any broken windows, doors, or locks to prevent easy access for intruders. If there's video surveillance, make sure to save footage for detectives if needed. In case of a break-in, business owners should refrain from touching anything to preserve evidence and promptly
I mean, locking the doors and making sure windows are secure ain't gonna stop a Jeep or a vehicle from ramming through the front of your building. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's funny because I thought I'd seen that story, but that wasn't even the story I was actually referring to, because the video or the surveillance footage that I caught wind of, the culprits or these guys actually ran through the front of the building, and they actually tied the ATM to their vehicle and drove off with it, bro. So these guys broke in, did all that work just to leave the ATM. But yeah, you can't stop people who are just gonna ram through the front of a storefront, bro. Like, come on,
contact the police.
Let's keep it a bean.
It's also wise to keep a record of motor vehicle details, as this could aid in investigations.
Duh.
If anything suspicious is observed, don't hesitate to dial 911 and provide detailed descriptions of individuals and vehicles involved. Despite these precautions, unfortunately, crime rates continue to rise.
We begin with the 3rd break-in in less than a month at the same West Loop store. Even the concrete barriers installed to protect the business couldn't stop the crash and grab thieves.
SVRN
The
occupies a
concrete
storefront on the
barriers.
ground floor of the 6-year-old Aberdeen East luxury apartment building at 171 N Aberdeen St, right off Randolph Street. The streetwear store proudly promotes its mission as bringing forth intersectionality within the industry through self-expression via fashion, art, and culture. The day, which ended like every other day, soon saw SVRN at the center of a robbery attack. The owners of the store lamented that the culprits had made off with thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. First of all, they caused thousands of dollars in damages and made away with $50,000 to $100,000 worth of merchandise,
This fool just got closed.
marking the store's 3rd hit in less than a month. The owners, who happened to be brothers, David and Robert Kim, stated that they had taken every possible measure to protect themselves, but it keeps happening. They have put up barriers, gates, and also went as far as hiding their inventory in their stockroom. What more can they do?
I don't know how many more of these we could do until, we just have to call it quits in the city. We've done everything we could with putting barriers up and gates and hiding our inventory in our stockroom, and they're still relentless enough and no one's doing anything.
From the surveillance video released, it showed that the incident happened in the dead of night, around 3 a.m. From the way the culprits carried out the attack, it was clear that they had been monitoring the shop as they came well prepared. They used not one, not even two SUVs, and a chain to pull the concrete barrier that was sitting pretty as the store's protection setup onto the street. With carefulness, they maneuvered a vehicle.
I'm going to say what time, so they're saying this is pretty much close to what? No, this is 3. This is 3. I thought it was saying 1 in 12 or 1 in the morning, but this is 3 a.m. bro. I was finna say, is this the idea? I guess 3 o'clock, man. A lot of wickedness, bro. 3 a.m. A lot of wickedness happened, bro. That's the witching hour. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I guess this is the ideal time to hit a store in NYC to where nobody notices. I mean, y'all the city that never sleep. So who's not catching this? You know what I mean? Like, even looking at the front of the building, it's like no cars, no people outside. And I mean, 3 a.m., right? But I mean, every building next to you, somebody's living, above whatever, because typically in New York, you got like a deli at the bottom and you got people living upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you telling me nobody caught wind? Nobody called the police? Nobody recorded it? Nobody heard all the noise? It's wild.
Vehicle onto the sidewalk, crashing through the store's
and their
front
license
and
plates
its
don't
security
even look
fencing.
covered.
Even after reporting the incident, the Chicago police had no new information to offer.
Oh, Chicago. I'm over here thinking that it's NYC.
For the worried business owners, leaving them uncertain about what steps to take next.
They got
Rob Carr, president of the Illinois Retail Merchants Association, expressed frustration, noting that retailers are losing faith in reporting crimes due to perceived inaction from authorities. He, however, emphasized the importance of reporting these incidents and stressed that current security measures.
I chose St.
They ain't
George's
wrong,
University
bro.
School.
Some folks get to the point to where, like, they say, what's the point?
Often fail to stop determined thieves. Despite efforts like installing bollards, which only partially stop thieves, many retailers continue to suffer repeated break-ins. Carr stressed the need for robust prosecution and a clear message from law enforcement that such crimes will be dealt with decisively. Efforts to seek help from authorities like the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, the Chief Judge's Office, and the city's Department of Business Affairs and Consumer Protection have yielded limited results. While the Cook County State's Attorney's Office acknowledged community concerns regarding crime, their statement focused on their commitment to prosecuting criminal cases, rather than addressing specific issues raised by retailers.
There has to be prosecution, and there has to be a consistent, effective message that it will be dealt with forcefully in this jurisdiction, and so far that message is absent at every level.
And developing in Westtown, a family business is struggling to stay open after it was just broken into for a third time.
What makes this problem even more heartbreaking is that both small business owners are feeling the heat. An example is the case of a small family-owned business that is currently facing tough times, grappling with repeated break-ins. The owner, speaking anonymously, expressed deep concern over the situation, pointing out the growing fear among local store owners.
We're a small business and can't afford to be getting hit like this, that people are closing up their stores.
The surveillance footage released captured a group of teenagers targeting the convenience store, using tools like hammers to break in. Despite the minor items stolen, such as lights and cigars, the financial impact of the damages adds up significantly.
It's my thing, because the clip they just showed was a bakery. I'm like, what do you do if that's the actual storefront that they robbed? What are you doing robbing the bakery, bro? What are you going to get out of a bakery? You're going through all this trouble to break the glass and the windows, the doors, just to rob, what, a few dollars out of the register and then maybe get you some cupcakes? I don't understand, bro. They said at this store they got some cigars and, I don't know, a few dollars. Really? Y'all driving through the front of storefronts just to get some tobacco? Man, people are lost nowadays.
For the owner, she revealed that each break-in costs approximately $1,500 to repair, placing a heavy financial strain on the little business.
Last time they took potato chips, like 3 or 4 bags. Not even like a box of potato chips, like 3 or 4 bags.
Worsening the issue is the lack of consequences for the perpetrators.
Ridiculous.
As none have been apprehended, the owner expressed frustration over the perceived lack of accountability, attributing it to light consequences for teenage offenders. With the police slow response time being another big challenge, the sense of vulnerability and helplessness just keeps growing for small business owners like her. She mentioned the need for community support and collaboration, advocating for increased police presence and proactive measures to address the issue collectively. But in the face of this adversity, the owner says she has decided to remain determined, even though she is battling with the mounting pressure to make tough decisions.
I can't let them win, but eventually I'm going to have to make a decision because I also can't keep losing.
Moving away from that, there's another robbery case we can't ignore. I know you think the previous ones are setting, but this one is even more so. In this case, the shop owner is considering closing their business because of the robberies. What's even more upsetting is that the employees had to put their lives in danger by fighting back. The clip shows how intense it was.
They tried to steal the register. Another of my 2 employees, he grabbed the hammer and he threw it to his foot so they can't leave.
Elizabeth Sanchez, the owner, shared her account of the event. She described how the thieves forcefully tried to drag the cash register, but her courageous employees tried to stop them, despite her warnings against intervening for safety purposes. She shared that this incident was just 1 out of 4 break-ins the Oakland location has faced just this year. She said the crimes occur on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, creating a constant threat. Sanchez expressed concern about the rampant crime in the area, making it difficult to retain staff. On this note, she and her husband worked tirelessly, and they are now considering the possibility of shutting down their Oakland branch while maintaining their San Francisco store in the Sunset District. She also complained that sales...
Marcus is a connoisseur of
That's
anything.
crazy, bro.
That's
You know, you're scaring off customers, you're scaring off employees at this point. You're already losing, you're already losing funds from repairs and damages. You're losing the funds from, pretty much any compensation or income you get, you know what I mean, from, profitability from the business. That's wild to me. And they just covered 3 cities. I was wondering, like, oh, I thought it was in New York. And then we went to Chicago. Now we in San Fran or wherever they are in California. I mean, crime is crime. It's been around. There's no surprise. I'm not over here saying, well, oh my God, people are getting robbed. It happens, bro. It's the reality we live in. Now, I would want to look at statistics, and I would assume that crime has increased over maybe the past few years. I don't know. I mean, I think crime was at a particular height during the COVID era, right? A lot of people was looting, robbing just random stores for no reason. Nowadays, it's just like, I don't know. I think, definitely after COVID, I would say everything just spiked drastically. Comment down y'all's views and perspective on this, bro. Like, thieves have always existed. This is nothing new. But it seems to be some type of surge in break-ins, robberies. Because people just don't care to, do honest work. People have always not cared to do honest work. But there's a certain heightened sense nowadays to get it in the most grimy, scummy kind of ways, bro. And it's a lot of the youth. You got these kids 15, 16 putting on a shiesty mask and probably got a prop gun, you know what I'm saying? Or they got real guns too, saying this is his payday. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, but at the end of the day, it's not surprising.
District. She also complained that sales have reduced drastically due to safety concerns, stopping customers from visiting. The decline in sales has reached a critical point, worsening the situation for the business.
Sales are dropping down because nobody wants to come on. Nobody.
Oakland.
Nobody.
Bro,
They're
Oakland
scared
bad.
for their safety. 20% of the sales we're worse than the pandemic.
The mayor's office says they have been working with Elizabeth and other small business owners in Oakland to improve security in the area. However, Elizabeth is not fully convinced that the city is taking enough action to help small businesses like hers. She worries that without more support, many businesses will not be able to survive. She feels that the American dream she hoped to fulfill.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if Oakland police have ever taken, extreme measures, bro. Oakland has been a city ridden, like just filled with crime riddled, bro. If you always look at the top cities in crime, Oakland be up there consistently, dog. So I don't know why at first I thought this was San Fran, but bro, Oakland been bad, and it'll always be bad, bro. I don't know why. What you know what I'm saying? The city's doing to clean things up, but damn, them boys consistently on the highest cities with the highest crime list.
Is slipping away from her and other immigrant business owners. The situation is frustrating, and she is not sure what the future holds for her and her employees. But like I mentioned earlier, it just keeps getting worse.
Some breaking news out of the Beverly neighborhood this morning, and that's where police are looking for suspects in a crash and grab burglary. Take a look at the damage right here.
The store owner at 232 95th Street in the Beverly neighborhood of Chicago was the victim of a brazen robbery when a group of thieves drove an SUV through the front window and stole thousands of dollars in merchandise. The security footage shows how the thieves scattered some clothes on the floor inside the store as if they had a grudge against the owner. After completing the heist, they escaped in 2 getaway Jeeps.
It was personal.
The security guard on duty estimated there were as many as 6 robbers who appeared to have done their homework before the crime, as if they had surveyed the store in advance. This made the robbery quick and smooth, and the thieves were able to get away with a significant amount of merchandise. It's a terrible situation for the store owner, who has now suffered a great financial loss, as well as a violation of their sense of security. So, is help not really coming for the people of the United States?
Now, Governor Kathy Hochul was in New York City this morning to announce her plan to combat this growing problem.
The governors of New York and California have unveiled extensive strategies to combat retail crime, responding to calls from trade groups and law enforcement agencies urging government intervention to curb theft. Their plans involve introducing new laws to impose tougher penalties for retail crime and allocating more resources to police departments and district attorneys' offices to aid in the fight against theft. Governors Kathy Hochul and Gavin Newsom, representing 2 of the nation's largest Democratic strongholds, have made tackling retail theft a top priority in response to voter concerns about crime ahead of the 2024 election. This shift in focus challenges traditional party lines, where Republicans typically advocated for stricter penalties while Democrats sought to address underlying issues like poverty and inequality.
$112 billion in 2022. Flynn says no actual local violence smash and grabs like this.
Recent years have seen
everything he just says sound like a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. We're gonna have better laws. Punishments are gonna be harder. We're gonna put more dollars behind, our law enforcement. That's all BS, bro. Like those are all broad bullet points. Like, we need details. I would say, around the clock surveillance, there's not enough manpower to have security presence at, every storefront in the world, bro. But some of these stores, bro, y'all need security guards. I'm talking about 24 hours. 24 hours, bro. Now, that could cut into your funds, but guess what? Y'all losing more money than y'all, if anything, you know what I'm saying? So I would say, heighten y'all security. Not every store is gonna be able to afford it, but some of y'all need security guards around the clock, especially if y'all got all this like jewelry stores and stuff like that. Man, a little alarm, that's not gonna, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? We got our alarm system, we're good to go, bro. You know how many jewelry stores just get robbed and the cops show up 5 minutes, 10 minutes after the fact? So I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it doesn't seem like they ever have good solutions to any, like, crime has been, since the beginning of time. But I'm just saying, it doesn't seem like solutions, like the solutions proposed, typically scratch the surface, like even make a dent of change. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, here we go. Merry-go-round. We're going back, round and round we go.
We're here again. States passing laws to crack down on organized retail crime, with at least 9 states, including 6 in 2023, enacting legislation to impose harsher penalties. New York and California may soon follow suit, with support from retailers and trade associations across the country. The extent of the increase in theft nationwide is difficult to determine, as it often goes unreported and unnoticed. Moreover, the effectiveness of proposed legislation remains uncertain. Experts caution that simply increasing penalties may not necessarily reduce theft.
Thank you. That was all I was just about to say, bro. Increasing penalties is not going to reduce theft or any crime committed. Think about it like this. Measure it or weigh it out like this. Are there murderers locked up today? Are there people doing X amount to life for committing homicide? If so, that should answer you, because that's what the most extreme thing you could do is take somebody's life. And that crime is still being committed, because taking somebody's life typically mandates what? A life sentence. People are still doing that. So you telling me that, oh, more steeper penalties is going to stop people from, committing robberies? No, bro, it's not. If people are willing to go to the extreme to take lives, with not any regard of the punishment or how long I'm going to sit down for, people don't care about you increasing penalties on, I don't know, some type of robbery charge, bro. It's not like, come on, dude. Let's think about it.
And could badly affect vulnerable communities, similar to previous approaches to addressing drug-related crimes. Governor Hochul outlined plans in her State of the State address to introduce bills targeting online marketplaces and third-party sellers involved in selling stolen goods. Additionally, she intends to work with the legislature to enhance penalties for those who assault retail workers and establish specialized task forces to combat organized theft and smash-and-grab robberies.
There you have it, man. There you have it, bro. There you have it. Stores getting robbed left and right. Nobody's doing anything to assist or help, man. Stores leaving. Stores shutting down. What I would say, y'all need to just, not everybody can do it. But get rid of the storefronts. Go e-commerce, bro. Go online. Get you an online business. They can't rob nothing there. You know what I mean? So all this, man, we in the digital era. A lot of y'all owners need to figure out how to take stuff online. Because if y'all shutting down y'all's businesses, the law ain't gonna come to save you guys, bro. Now you gotta take stuff into your own hands. Take it online. Take your store online. You gotta ship product. Do what you need to do. But comment down below y'all's thoughts on this, man. And we'll see y'all in the next video, man. And prayers out to everybody who's going through it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna spend all your time just waiting on the law to try to figure things out for you, an entrepreneur who has their business in their own hands, in that same breath, you got to take matters into your own hands. I'm not saying go extreme. I'm not saying be combative. All I'm saying is think about more innovative ideas on how to kind of have your business shift into a different lane, do something else that is not going to allow criminals to even be able to touch your product, your service, or your profit. So peace, love, man. Comment down below. Let me know y'all's thoughts, man. We out. We'll catch y'all next time. God bless.